Hi everyone. Today I wanted to show you how I make a cheese roll-up, and we're going to make bread in 90 seconds. So what we're going to do is let me move this out of our way. I have a regular small cookie sheet with wax paper, no special size, just big enough to hold 4 squares of cheese. I wanted to use pepper jack cheese, but I only have 3 slices, so I'm going to use a little bit of a mozzarella too. Now when you put them in your cookie sheet, you're going to overlap them just a little bit so they connect. I have my oven preheated to 300 degrees. And that's how I did it. I don't know if you can see where I seamed the cheese together. And we're going to pop this in the oven. Give it a few minutes to melt. While we're doing that, I'm going to go through my basket of meat and cheeses. What I have is ham, salami, pepperoni. Now I know salami and pepperoni I should not be having because I'm trying to clean my liver out and it is processed meat. But I thought I'd treat myself today since we're doing a video and I've lost a few pounds. I have turkey. I don't want to do no turkey. We'll do these. Okay. You can use mustard and you can use mayo on this as well. A few more seconds. While that's going, what we're going to do is we're going to get started on the 90-second bread. All I have is one of those plastic containers that I had for my kids' lunch when they were kids, just laying around the house. I have almond flour, 2-pound bag. I got it at my local Walmart. I think I paid like $5 or $6 for it. And with this new lifestyle, we do have to adjust and change our habits and the way we think about food and the way that we make our food. So I wanted to say about this flour is they have a 5-pound bag. You don't have to go crazy and buy a big bag of it. Growing up, we used the white flour. The white flour we used a lot of. This, I've only used a couple tablespoons, and I've used a 1/4 cup out of it. And I bought this a couple months ago. So it's lasting. You're going to need baking powder for your bread. I got that at my local Save-A-Lot. Pay a couple bucks for. You're going to need salt. I use pink salt. I try to go a little bit healthier route on that. 1 tablespoon of butter melted, which we're going to do that in a minute. I just wanted to finish our cheese wrap before we move on to the bread part. And it's going to take 1 egg. Let's check on that bread real quick. For the cheese. Alright. The cheese is melted enough to where, I don't know if you can see that, but it's not gooey running off this. It's still a little firm. Ow. I'm going to let that cool off for a second. Now, say you wanted to make this for lunch, for work, or you're on the go, or you needed something that you had to snack on. We can have summer sausage. Slice it up, put it in a little Ziploc, and there you go. We can also have pork rinds. Now to get back to the flour, I know I'm jumping around, I'm very sorry about that. With the flour, we usually fry our foods with that. Now you're not going to be frying your meat with this flour. That's why I say you don't need to buy a big bag. But you can fry your meat with pork rinds in olive oil, not vegetable oil. Vegetable oil has no healthy properties to it. Okay, let's get back to our cheese roll. So now that our cheese is cooled down enough that we can handle it, I'm going to take some ham, and I'm going to put ham on it. And some pepperoni. I'll take 3 slices of pepperoni and put on it. 1, 2, and then some salami. 3 slices of salami. You can put as much meat as you want, any meat you want, turkey meat, chicken meat. Chop your chicken up, chop your cube steak up. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use my wax paper to peel that melted cheese off. And I will show you in a second how it looks as you wrap it. Get some of that going. Well, get wrapped a little more. See, that's all I'm doing is rolling it. And the cheese is coming right off that wax paper, rolling into place. I'm gonna lift it off, not burning my hands at all. That's it there. Let's get rid of this. Now I want to cut this in half for you to show you. Oh, before I cut it in half, this is what it's gonna look like. Okay. Doesn't that look yummy? That is so good. And you can eat this with guilt-free. Guilt-free. You don't gain an ounce eating that. Now, let's get back to the bread. This 90-second bread. So I'm going to take 1 egg and put it in my kids' lunch cup, bowl, container. And for me, I'm going to mix that up a little bit. Get that egg broken up, mix it up. The last time I made this, I was in more of a hurry than 90 seconds, and I ended up not mixing my egg well enough. We're going to take our almond flour, and you're going to do 3 tablespoons. 3 tablespoons of almond flour. Not heaping. 1, 2, and 3. Oh, I need that, don't I? Okay. I'm going to mix that up a little bit. And we're going to put a little bit of salt in this. It's going to be half a teaspoon of salt. We're going to melt the butter a little bit. I'm going to put it in for like 20 seconds while I mix this. And then we're going to use half a teaspoon of baking powder. And just mix. Make sure you mix it well, or you're going to end up with part bread and part egg, like I did last time. It was still good, but take that melted butter, pour right into that mixture. Mix it up well. Okay. 90 seconds, and we'll have a little bit of bread here. Now, I also want to talk about like replacement. In this new lifestyle, we have to learn how to replace things. Like pork rinds are replacing our chips and our coating on our meat. We also have to change the way we think about the flour. You know, we're not going to be flouring up the whole kitchen making pasta. It's simple little things like this. There's a lot of quick, simple meals we can put together so we're not feeling like we're starving, but we're in a hurry because life keeps us so busy. So that's why I say these little tiny hints of like the summer sausage you can bring on traveling trips. You go to a party and you can't eat that stuff. They have pizza and pasta salad and potato salad. Well, for me, I have to pull out my little lunch box of my summer sausage, my pork rinds, my deviled eggs, you know, and my little cheese rolls. But it doesn't take much to fill me up because I don't eat as much, because with the liver issue, we're supposed to be starving ourselves at least 16 hours a day. So when I do eat, I gotta eat now. Let's see, we got 4 seconds left. It's very hot. See if I can show you how it looks. It cooked away from the bowl. It fluffed up. Nice. It does taste pretty good. And it pops right out. Popped right out. No problem. Put it on our plate. And you put butter on that. I'm going to cut this open to show you. Still pretty warm. Nice and fluffy. You can eat it warm or cold. Put a little butter on it and you're good to go. So I want to thank you for being with me today. And if you like this video, give me a thumbs up and subscribe. I hope you have a wonderful day.